So, Minister, tell us, you were down Northlander to Toronto this week.
It's very exciting to see the return of passenger rail from North Bay to Toronto. It was a test train, so it was to test the timing of all of the stops and the complete route. And it was also to do a track test as well, because that track from North Bay to Toronto was owned by Canadian National.
Right.
So it was an unqualified success, and it was really another step in the permanent return of passenger rail. But I gotta tell you, there was nothing greater than seeing an Ontario Northland locomotive in Union Station again. It was just an historic moment for the first time in 10 years.
So, you're the former mayor of North Bay, and you traveled down from North Bay to Toronto. Took a little longer than you thought. It was 6 a.m. and then it didn't get to Gravener until 9:30 there, right?
Yeah, but it was a test train, so it stopped at various places. The whole idea was to do the proper tests that were required, and so I was very satisfied with it. I understand Ontario Northland was very satisfied with it.
So, how'd
as well.
the meeting with Minister Mulroney go?
Well, good. She met us at the Union Station. This was her making, her doing that brought the return of passenger rail. So we were very grateful. MPP Norm Miller from Parry Sound was on the train. 7 of the area northern mayors were on the train. So this was very momentous for all
So
of
the
us.
province has committed $5 million as an initial to try and get it going there, right? In the budget there, right? And so where do you think they are right now?
Well, the $5 million is for the 2 years of reporting and testing. The test train went from North Bay up to Cochrane in the last test, and now the North Bay to Toronto test. So it's all part of the operational budget for the return of the Northlander, and now we'll hopefully see this roll out in the very near future.
What do you have a time frame? Do you think?
I've always said that we're not going to be bound by a timeline. We just want to do it right. We want this back. We want it to be traveling at the right times, and so we're not going to rush it. We just want it done right.
Do you think it's tied to any kind of an election?
Oh no! I mean, it's always been in the plan to return it. When we saw the previous government stop the Northlander, it never made any sense to me. Then I've been fighting this fight for 10 years. So, the fact that we have an election and a half a year from now has nothing to do with it. I've been fighting for 10 straight years.
Is it possible that GO could go further north?
Well, it's a kind of an option when you think about. When you think about the fact that we stopped at the Gormley station, which is a GO station, so this is a part of the test to see what kind of equipment is going to be needed for the route as well.
So do you think you can work with CN to try and upgrade the track and that sort of thing?
Again, that's all to do with Ontario Northland to do those, make those results of the test known with CN and to negotiate with them. That's in the hands. That's not a political decision. No. That's an operational decision.
So the government's prepared to subsidize transit use in the north through Northlander?
Well, when you look at transit anywhere, whether it's your local transit or the Union,
TTC,
Pearson Express, TTC. Transit is something that costs more than you're going to get in the fare box. And so, we're always diligent with the taxpayers' dollars, but having the return of passenger rail is critical in Ontario's north.